Bonjour à tous. Alors aujourd'hui, je fais une petite vidéo d'un poulet que je vais fumer sur le GMG Ledge. Et puis je vais utiliser surtout, ce sont les rubs d'Harry Soo de Slap Your Daddy BBQ. Et alors, en fait, j'ai reçu le JailBird Chicken de Harry et j'ai reçu la sauce originale de Harry. Et j'ai goûté ça. Alors, aussi bien le rub que la sauce, c'est juste incroyable. Et c'est tellement incroyable que je me suis dit, Juan, tu peux pas te planter sur cette cuisson. Alors, tu sais quoi? Tu vas appeler Harry. Et j'ai appelé Harry, et devinez quoi? Harry est avec moi ici dans un appel Zoom. Et donc, il enregistre tout ce qu'on est en train de dire aussi. Donc, si jamais vous avez des questions, n'hésitez pas, et je transférerai ces questions à Harry. Harry, how are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, Rohan. Hey, thanks for having me on. I'm really excited to be on speaking to you and to your French and your Belgium audience.
Thank you, Ari, and I really appreciate that you answered to my invitation. And this is just crazy because I tried your Mula beef rub last week on the championship. You know, the SCA steak. I don't know if you have seen the video, but it was just amazing, and I wanted to follow immediately with the JailBird chicken that I received and your sauce, and it was so great for me to get, it's so different than all the other American rubs that I know that I wanted to succeed that recipe immediately, and I think, you know what, I will call Harry, and you are here. So I would like to make the chicken in low and slow mode on the GMG Ledge. What is your recommendation, Harry?
I would recommend that you keep it simple, and because you're using the first place USA Team of the Year KCBS rub, I've already put in all the seasoning that you need to get a great result. So first thing I recommend you do is find some really good chicken, and I'm sure you have very good chicken where you're at.
I have a good yellow chicken from a small farm here in Belgium.
That is absolutely gonna be wonderful. So what you want to do is for a whole chicken, which I can see you have, we like to do in America, we call spatchcock chicken. I don't know what you call it in French, but you basically cut the backbone out.
It's spatchcock or roadkill, but it's already down, Harry.
Okay. We are 50% of the way there. So what you want to do is, the first thing is you want to do what we call a dry brine.
Yeah.
A dry brine is putting the seasoning on. The seasoning has salt. You want the sodium chloride to penetrate the chicken. And I recommend, depending on how much time you have, you can probably do that for about an hour. And that gives better flavor. You can cook it directly also after applying the rub, but it's better if you let the chicken sit for about an hour. That will allow the salt to penetrate the chicken a little bit better.
Okay, but let's say, Harry, the skin of the chicken is a bit dry. Okay, so I was wondering, do I have to put some oil, avocado oil, or any corn oil or olive oil, or anything else?
So let me offer a couple of suggestions. Using oil is fine, and there's pros and cons. There's advantages and disadvantages. So if you use the oil will tend to cover the pores of the chicken skin and chicken meat. Oh, yeah. So once the oil covers the pores, when you cook it in a smoker, you will have less smoke flavor. Okay. Now, if you don't use an oil-based product, you use something like mustard, yellow mustard, you spray with a little bit of apple juice, or even just spray with water. That will allow the rub to stick on the meat a little bit better. So if you want to spray, is that a vinegar spray you have? Vinegar water?
This is vinegar and water.
Vinegar, yeah, that's fine. If you want to spritz the chicken a little bit to wet it, you're doing what we call a smear. A smear in America means it's a product you put on your meat so that the rub will stick. So what you're doing is perfectly fine. Just give the chicken a spritz to make it wet.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you can, once the chicken is kind of wet, and of course you can use mustard, you can use Worcestershire powder, Worcestershire sauce also to wet the chicken. And once your chicken is wet, you can go ahead and apply the product on. And what you want to do is pick up the chicken bottle now and open the lid. And you'll notice that the lids are very special. So if you can show that to the camera, the size of the lid, the holes especially, the holes. Yeah. So you notice I'm the only idiot on the internet that sells a bottle that's specially made for my rub. Nobody has these 1 centimeter holes. There's 3 of them, you notice, right? So no other rub manufacturer out there has that configuration of lid, because I'm very particular about how the rub comes out when you shake it.
Okay.
A lot of my other competitors, they sell the lid that has 5 or 7 holes. Those are too small. So we always say in barbecue, when you win a contest, if you are missing 1 shake of rub, or you have 1 extra shake of rub, that could be a $10,000 check that you don't win. So how you apply the rub is moderated by the configuration of the holes. So I design my rub so that somebody at home who uses my rub can shake the product in perfectly, completely evenly and consistently, so that they will have a championship result at the end. So that is the story behind the 3 holes. So you can pick up the rub now and shake it a little bit, and you're gonna apply the rub from about that high, about maybe 10 inches, about 10, 12 inches above, and you shake it so that it applies evenly. And you just get it nice and even. Now, what you want to do is you want to apply the product until you cannot see the meat, and then you stop. And you're going to apply it on the skin, you're going to apply it on the meat, and gently pat it down with the other hand. You never rub a rub, you always pat a rub down. So you want to get enough rub on it so that the chicken meat and the chicken skin beneath cannot be seen. And you flip it over and repeat.
All right.
Now, one tip I use when I cook a spatchcock chicken is I tuck the little wing tip underneath the armpit, so that when I cook it, the wing tip doesn't cause a kind of the other way. Fold it back. Fold the tip behind the elbow, like that.
That way?
No, let me see here. No, you're gonna fold it on top of the wing. Take the tip and fold it on top. No, twist it so that it folds underneath. Okay, go under, and on top. So it doesn't touch the breast.
Okay. I get you.
Hold it on top, hold the tip on top of the wing, the bicep. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So you notice now the tip is not touching the breast. So in competition cooking, we don't want the tip to touch the breast because it causes a mark. So when you cook it, it is not beautiful in the box. So these are small details that you can teach everyone in France and Belgium how to do.
Great.
Now I want to make a point that I don't put the rub underneath the skin, because the marination process will allow the salt to penetrate the meat. Okay. And in competition, I'll do this the night before at 10 p.m. and I'll cook the chicken around 9 a.m. So in competition, I will apply less rub because it sits longer. But if you are doing a immediate cook, then apply more product. If you're doing a 1 hour marinade or dry brine in the refrigerator, you can use a little bit less product. But if you're gonna do it overnight like me, use a little bit less product. So that looks good. So you wanna make sure that it's even, and you wanna make sure that you cover any spots that don't have rub.
I think I'm good.
You are looking absolutely fabulous. I should have you on my team cooking competition chicken.
Right.
Okay, so if you want to show that to your camera, that looks absolutely gorgeous. Yes. So for home setting, I would just let it sit for an hour, but we don't have time. It's okay. You can go ahead and put it into your GMG pit. GMG is a wonderful smoker. It's super easy to use. That's what I use in America. And I've used them for about a dozen years. They're really very good temperature control and very consistent result. And you get a nice level of smoke. Not too heavy, not too light.
Yes, the GMG is wonderful. Let me know, what temperature do you recommend?
Recommend if you're cooking low and slow, you want to go about 140 degrees centigrade or 275 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. If you want to get a more crispy skin and you don't want to wrap in foil, then you cook it at 325 Fahrenheit to 350 Fahrenheit.
Okay, and Harry, just let me know. I will cook the chicken. Do I have to spritz the meat during the cooking or no?
During the cooking process, once you notice that the crust or bark is forming on the chicken, I like to spritz with a little bit of like a butter spray. You have like a butter spray where you are at? Yeah. You can use the avocado or canola oil, but I find that a butter flavored spray works better.
Okay, I'm sorry, but no, I don't have a butter spray. I only have avocado or canola.
Avocado is fine. Avocado is very neutral. So once the chicken is in the pit and you notice that the crust is forming, say maybe after 30 minutes, you can spritz with a little bit of oil and a little bit of water. So I find the water also helps.
Okay, great. Good to know. All right. And then once I will reach the internal temperature of, let's say, it's 72 for chicken in Celsius, 72 in the breast, and 80, 85 in the thigh.
Yes, so that works if we are cooking hot. So if you're cooking at 325 to 350, those are the temperatures that we want to target. But if you decide you want to cook it low and slow, we do what we call a two-stage cook. The first stage is to put it in 275 and let it develop the crust or the bark. That will take between 60 minutes to an hour and 15 minutes, depending on the size and weight of the chicken. So if you have a bigger chicken, maybe, I don't know, 3 kilo chicken or 2.5 kilo chicken, it'll take about an hour and 15 minutes. If you have a small poussin, maybe it's like 1.5, 2 kilo, then that will happen in about 15 minutes. Now, once you have a bark on the chicken, right, then if you're cooking low and slow, we transfer it to a 4-pan. And we put some liquid in it, and we cover the pan to cook it another about 45 minutes. So that is the low and slow method. That two-stage method allows you to tenderize the skin, which is where you have to get a bite through tenderness. So that's called low and slow chicken. Now, if you want to cook chicken, what I call rotisserie style chicken, you don't have to do that. You just put it into a hotter GMG around 325 to 350, and you cook it until the internal temperature of the breast is around 72 centigrade and the thigh is about 85 centigrade. That will take about an hour and 15 minutes.
All right, I get it. So I will put the chicken in a pan with some liquid, okay? I will cover...
In stage 2. So if you go low and slow has 2 stages, stage 1 and stage 2. Stage 1 is to establish the crust, stage 2 is to put it in a pan with some butter and then cover it.
And you cover it, okay. And will I glaze the chicken at the end with your...
Before you serve. So after the chicken is cooked, it's very hot. It's going to be around, very hot. So I use the residual heat to set the sauce. So I'll take the chicken out from the hot, put it on a cutting board. I'll drizzle and paint some of the sauce on and wait a couple of minutes for the sauce to set. Now you can put it back into the pit to set, it's fine. But I find that for the most part, when you cut the chicken, it's gonna mess up the sauce anyway. So letting it set on the chicken using the residual heat from cooking is sufficient to set the sauce.
Great. Great. Thank you, Harry, for all those explanations. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's really different than the way that I used to do, especially in low and slow. But, okay. Perfect. I will not disturb you anymore because the time to cook, the time to heat the GMG and then to cook the chicken. But I will send you, definitely, you will see the video and I will send you the picture of the chicken. Okay?
I'm going to be looking to you to see your pictures. And if you have any questions, I'm just a phone call away.
I hope we will be able to get the full line of the Yo Daddy barbecue rubs and sauce. Do you plan to do that?
10 rubs yesterday, and even the rub that you have, I've been tweaking the chicken rub to make it even better. So look forward to me sharing with your viewers on your channel some ways to get some of my products out where you are.
Thank you, Harry. Thank you so much.
Have
Have a good day.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Alors, pour tous ceux qui n'auraient pas suivi toute la conversation que j'ai eue avec Harry, première étape, on humidifie le poulet avec, non pas de l'huile, mais avec un liquide comme de l'eau, de la sauce anglaise, le vinaigre, jus de pomme, etc. Surtout pas d'huile. Pourquoi? Parce que l'huile, en fait, bouche les pores de la peau et du coup, ça empêche la fumée de pénétrer et même le seasoning de pénétrer correctement à l'intérieur de la peau et de la viande. D'accord? Donc, pas d'huile. Deuxième chose qu'on a appris aujourd'hui, c'est que lui, le poulet, il le fait en 2 étapes en fait. Première étape, fumage à 135 degrés. Alors c'est déjà plus haut, mais bon, dans un GMG, il n'y a pas de souci. 135 degrés Fahrenheit. Et puis seulement, en fait, on va mettre le poulet dans un plat avec du beurre. On peut mettre même du liquide si on le souhaite, mais pas trop évidemment, c'est juste un fond. Et on va couvrir ce plat. D'accord? Et puis on va le remettre jusqu'au moment où le poulet aura une température au niveau de la poitrine, au niveau du filet de 74 degrés, au niveau du haut de cuisse de 80 à 85 degrés. Ok? Et voilà, et à la fin seulement, quand on découpe le poulet, quand on est prêt à servir, on va mettre la sauce barbecue parce que la chaleur du poulet est tellement importante en fait que la sauce en elle-même va coller directement sur la viande, tu n'as pas besoin de le remettre dans le barbecue. Donc ça, c'est le mode backyard, donc c'est le mode à la maison. En compétition, c'est différent, comme il a expliqué au niveau de la couche de rub. Ici, il m'a dit clairement, le rub, tu dois en mettre jusqu'au moment où on ne voit plus la peau. Au niveau de la viande, jusqu'au moment où on ne voit plus la viande non plus. Ok? Donc, voilà la méthode. Et maintenant, le barbecue est en train de chauffer. Donc, dès que le barbecue sera chaud, je vais procéder à cette méthode et puis on verra ce que ça donne à la fin. Ok? Alors, mon barbecue est à 135 degrés. Ok. Je mets mon poulet ici. Et j'ai quelques hautes cuisses en plus. À cuire. Alors, on est parti pour 1 heure. Selon les recommandations d'Harry, on est parti pour 1 heure. Et la seule chose que je peux mettre, donc je ne dois pas asperger de jus de pomme et vinaigre comme je le fais d'habitude. La seule chose que lui conseille, c'est de faire un spray avec un petit peu d'huile neutre. Alors ici, c'est de l'huile d'avocat. L'idéal, ça aurait été du beurre en spray, mais je n'en ai pas. Huile d'avocat, ça fera parfaitement l'affaire. Hop, 1 heure. Je vais maintenant utiliser mon huile d'avocat en spray. Juste ça. Voilà. Et je le remets encore 10 minutes. Ensuite, on va mettre ça dans un plat avec un peu de beurre. Et puis, on va couvrir. Alors, étape suivante, après 1h15, j'ai un plat avec du beurre. Je vais mettre mon poulet, hop, directement. Et voilà. Et je couvre. Et il faut bien serrer, okay, que ce soit réellement étanche. Et on est reparti pour 1 heure. Alors, ce truc du poulet de deuxième cuisson, quelle est la raison? Simplement, c'est que quand on est en low and slow, vous l'avez déjà peut-être tous fait, le poulet, la peau, elle est vraiment chewing-gum. D'accord? C'est pas super agréable. Le fait de le mettre en papillote et de bien serrer pour qu'il n'y ait absolument pas de perte d'humidité vers l'extérieur, en fait, ça va permettre de ramollir la peau pour qu'on puisse la manger plus facilement. En fait, simplement qu'elle soit plus agréable à manger. Et voilà, 1 heure est passée, donc mon poulet normalement est terminé. Pas mal, pas mal. Ah oui, on voit que la peau a travaillé. Et donc maintenant, si je veux, je peux le glacer avec la sauce. Oh là là, en tout cas c'est juteux, hein. Alors je pense que cette technique en 2 temps, ça je vais la recommencer parce que c'est même une découverte pour moi, franchement. Alors on va voir justement si cette peau... Ah ouais, elle est plus caoutchouc du tout. Ah ça c'est vraiment... Ah c'est vraiment surprenant. Alors... Très très bon. Alors, par rapport à la dégustation du rub au départ, qui paraît assez sucré, un petit peu acide comme ça, et à la fin on a un petit peu le piquant. Ici, je vous préviens, ça pique un petit peu. Alors c'est pas fort, moi j'adore, perso, de toute façon je mets énormément de piment dans tout, mais ceux qui ne supportent pas du tout le piment, c'est pas pour eux. Ok, pour tous les autres, c'est juste parfait. C'est vraiment bien équilibré. Terrible. J'espère que vous avez apprécié cette vidéo. Alors, je rappelle, Harry Soo, c'est un super grand champion, plus de 100 titres à son actif. Il est partout sur Food Network aux États-Unis, ABC, il vit en Californie. C'est un ancien pilote d'avion, un ancien pilote 747 de Singapore Airlines, qui est tombé fou amoureux du barbecue un jour au Texas, et puis qui n'a plus quitté en fait ça, et il a des masterclass partout. La semaine passée, il était en Irlande, maintenant il est retourné en Californie, avant il était à Cologne. C'est vraiment une légende déjà du barbecue américain. Je le remercie vivement. Thank you, Harry, again. Pour avoir partagé ceci avec nous. Alors, les rubs et les sauces de Harry, vous pouvez déjà en trouver quelques-uns sur fargo.boutique, le nouveau site e-commerce de Fargo. Et puis les autres vont arriver. Je vous tiendrai au courant, évidemment, à chaque fois. N'hésitez pas à laisser un petit pouce bleu, abonnez-vous à ma chaîne, activez la petite cloche. Il y a d'autres choses qui arrivent très bientôt. Un grand merci, bonne soirée.